Yo, what is going on, everyone? Thank you for checking out the channel today. Today we are going to be going over the new big tanky deck of the format, being Blissey EX paired with Munkidori. Now, for those of you that don't know what Blissey EX does, it is a stage 1 300 HP colorless Pokemon EX, which means it does give up 2 prizes if it is KO'd. And then it has that happy switch ability, which basically is just a built-in energy switch. And that's kind of where the synergy comes in. You can have multiple Blisseys out and use each of their happy switch abilities to move a darkness energy from one Munkidori to another. Therefore, you can keep triggering the Brain ability on the Munkidoris, which will not only give you more damage output, but it will also heal your Blissey, thus making the Blissey an absolute menace to try and deal with. And then the only attack that the Blissey does have is Return for 3 energies. Does 180 damage, and then the effect of the attack does let you draw up until you have 6 cards in your hand. So you'll notice that we are going to play into that a little bit by playing a heavy count of cards like Judge and Iono to not only disrupt our opponent, but to also allow us to draw more cards. So as mentioned, we are pairing the Blissey with the Munkidori for that Brain, which says if it has a dark energy attached, you may move 3 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. And then the hot topic for Blissey decks is which Chansey to run. We do have the 151 Chansey that has 110 HP, but it does have that ability that says if you take it off of the prizes and you have an open bench spot, you can flip a coin. If heads, you get to bench the Chansey and then take an additional prize. I didn't really like that one that much. Like, obviously, you know, being able to potentially take an extra prize can come up, but in my experience it never did. And then we also have the Pokemon Go Chansey that has 130 HP, but it has 3 retreat. The retreat can come up, but the main reason you would play that one is because it can survive like 2 Dragapult snipes. It also doesn't get hit by an Ampy very much from Iron Hands, so that one's also kind of not the greatest in my opinion. And I have played with all 3 Chanseys, and the one that's currently on screen has been the one that I have felt made the most impact, and that is because of the lucky attachment. So the lucky attachment says you can just attach a basic energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon, and I have really felt like that has been a lot more impactful than any of the other 2 Chanseys, because this one can let me put an extra dark energy onto a Munkidori, or, you know, just help me build up multiple threats rather than being so susceptible to having my one Pokemon knocked out. And then that is the Pokemon line. We're just running a 4-4-4, and then to help search those Pokemon out, we are playing 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Nest Ball, 1 Heavy Ball to dig them out of the prizes, and then 2 Artisan. The unfortunate part about this deck is that you don't have access to something like Buddy Buddy Poffin, so you are at the mercy of Nest Ball and Artisan. And then to recover the Pokemon, we are playing 1 Super Rod. Moving on to the supporters, we do have quite a big supporter lineup. We have 4 Arven for consistency, 3 Iono, and 3 Judge. As I mentioned earlier, this is not only disruption, but it does help us kind of like refresh our hand and make the most out of the draw from return. We are playing 2 Sharon's Care. Blissey is a colorless Pokemon with a lot of HP, and so being able to potentially pick up the Blissey, fully heal it, and you know, reestablish that threat can be pretty game winning against certain decks, especially since Blissey is just so tanky. And then rounding out the supporters, we do have 2 Boss's Orders, and then we do also have a counter catcher for additional Gust. We are playing 4 Arven, so the 1 counter catcher does kind of make sense as just an additional way to find a gusting effect. And then to help us find these supporters, we are playing 4 Pokegear, and then to help recover the supporters, we are playing 1 Pal Pad. Arven is in here because it helps us grab any of these searching cards up here, as well as the recovery cards, and it can let us grab any of these powerful tools, such as the Hero's Cape or the Rigid Band, that can make the Blissey an absolute menace to deal with, the Rescue Board, which can help turn Munkidori into a pivot Pokemon, or the Turbo Energize to give us some energy acceleration if we do go second, or if we're like in the middle of the game and it is progressing kind of slow for both players. And then on the topic of energies, we do have 1 vessel and 1 energy lotto to help us search out the energies. And then as far as the energies themselves go, we are playing 6 basic dark and 4 double turbo energies. So yeah guys, that is the list we're going to be running with today. I have been playing with Blissey quite a bit. I do think it's very strong, but it does struggle against things like Raging Bolt that can just one-shot it. So we will have to see where the format does eventually kind of evolve to see where Blissey can shine. Yeah guys, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and send us off to the gameplay. But before I do, make sure that if you do enjoy this content, to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and then go ahead and leave me a comment down below what your favorite Blissey card is. And then I'm going to see you guys in the gameplay. Alrighty guys, it does look like we found our opponent for the day. We are going to be running it with that Blissey deck that we just went over. Hopefully we can win the coin flip. This definitely does feel like a deck that wants to go first, just because we get extra energy attachments and we get the potential to get the first attack. Does look like our opponent is calling the coin flip, and they won. So we will be able to get some amount of knowledge because they are picking. We're going first, so I have to imagine they're probably playing Raging Bolt, which is a very bad matchup for us. So we do get the mulligan, and we start with a Munkidori, which is honestly pretty okay. Because if this is Raging Bolt, then we want to give them a Munkidori at the beginning. Yeah, and with the Ogre Pawn start, I'm even more certain that this is a Raging Bolt. Okay, so we did prize a Chansey, so I can Heavy Ball for it. Prize the Judge and an Iono. So we have... I don't really need to prize check because I am going to be playing this Heavy Ball. Judge, Iono, 2 Dark, Artisan, Heavy Ball. Okay, so those prizes really aren't that bad. I think our win con is going to be like Ionoing our opponent down low and hoping that they just can't draw out of it. I am going to hold the Turbo Energize for now, and we're just going to wait and see what happens. So the benefit here is that they do need to get rid of 5 energies to one-shot a Chansey, or a Blissey, sorry. And then if we have the Rigid Band, it's still 5. No, it's actually, it goes up to 6, right? No, it's still 5. And then with the Hero's Cape, they need to get rid of 6. So that's going to be something that we kind of can hope to lean into. Wow. Okay, so maybe this isn't Raging Bolt. I'm going to go for another Artisan. We're going to grab a Monkey. I'm going to attach the Turbo Energize here because I can just happy switch the Dark Energy up. And I'm just going to go for a Judge. I know our opponent didn't really do anything, but I am going to go for a Judge. I don't feel like I need to use the Pokegear there. I can Vessel if I want, but I don't really think I need to. So I'm going to go for the Turbo Energize. I only have 2 energies left. So I think I am going to spread these out because I can always switch them up to the Blissies. And we're doing pretty good right now. If they do have another Grass Energy, the Ogre Pawn will KO the Munkidori, which is fine. We still have yet to see like a Raging Bolt or anything, so this might just be like pure Ogre Pawn. Okay, no, it is Raging Bolt. Our opponent is definitely having a very slow start, which is very good for us. And so, since we know that we don't have any more dark energies in the deck, I can just like burn the vessel, so that way I can draw more cards with the return. And actually, if I don't have to put a double turbo on the Blissey, there could be a world where I'm able to use Adrenaline to move damage off of Blissey and KO an Ogre Pawn on the bench. The likelihood of that happening is very low. Is the last card... Oh no, they're hoping for a Sada here. And they hit it. So I wonder what that last card in their hand is. So ideally, we would like to find a boss's orders, but the likelihood that that happens is very, very low. We have a bravery charm that's going to be really annoying. Yeah, this is not looking good. They are just building up energies, and they're going to make our life difficult. Honestly, I'm just going to keep going for Blisseys. And then I'm going to play the judge. I know I am giving them more cards, but I didn't really have anything else to do there. We do hit a double turbo. Now the question is, do I want to attack? Probably not. So I think I am just going to... I think I'm going to wait, because taking the one prize here doesn't really do anything, and I do have the boss's orders in my hand already, so ideally I would like to be able to hit into that Raging Bolt. But yeah, like I said, this the fact that they play the Tatsugiri is going to make this even harder too, because it means that they'll be able to potentially draw out of like a late game Iono. And the Munkidoris are basically going to get no value. Okay. Let's hope they don't find a boss. Okay, they found another Sada, which is fine. Yeah, this is not looking good. Although the fact that they are just going to take the one prize on the Munkidori is nice for us, because I mean, it might be irrelevant, but it does force them to burn more energies, and it does allow us to use Arven now. Yeah, it just gets rid of the 2 grass energies on the 2 bolts. And we are going to go up with Blissey. I do want to force them to get rid of as many energies as possible. So I am going to grab the Hero's Cape. The counter catcher isn't going... I mean, like, none of this is really relevant. I guess I'll just grab these. We'll do this. And we will just go for a return. Okay. So right now we're at 400 HP. They are going to preserve that, which now kind of makes me wish I grabbed the counter catcher. But yeah, our opponent is just building up so much energy. This is going to be a super rough game. So they're gonna get rid of the 2 grasses probably, and then where are the other ones gonna come from? Probably just all of the energies on the ogre pawns, probably. You could probably get rid of an extra on the benched bolt just to protect it. Yeah, that makes sense. And then we will go into another Blissey. Ultra Ball for the last Blissey here. And then I mean, I don't need to find an Iono or anything. I mean, it would be nice. I would really like to. This does take an energy out. The Arven, actually, I can do it this way. Grab Arven and Rigid Man, although this is super awkward. I'm most likely going to lose now because as soon as this Blissey goes down, I'm going to have no energies in play. But I didn't find any draw supporters off of either of those Pokegears. Draw cards, yes. I mean, I know I prized the Judge and Iono, but I haven't seen any Ionos yet, which is insane. They're both of the draw supporters. So our opponent does have to get rid of 6 energies here, which currently they only have 4. So if they do get a double Teal Dance, okay, yeah, that Sada probably seals up the game then, because that puts them up to 6. And then if they get more grass energies, then they can just Teal Dance, get extra energies in play. So this is not looking good for us. I'm also gonna have to promote a Blissey just to like sponge a hit. There's the first Teal Dance. So right now the opponent has 7 energies in play, so they get to keep 1 or 2. Sorry. Now they get to keep 3. So they're probably gonna get rid of all of the grass energies, but they do have to get rid of 1 of the energies off of a bolt. Okay, so they get rid of the electric energy on the benched bolt. We're going to put the board here, and we're going to go for the Iono. Iono them down to 1. Currently, they are 2 energy short, so if they do find a Sada, we are toast. I'm going to put back probably a Dark and a 1/1 Blissey. And then I'm going to Artisan for the Chansey. I should have burnt the Nest Ball. I could have also just failed the Artisan there and then burnt the Nest Ball. but it's whatever. So like I said, our opponent needs 2 energies now. Even if like they could probably just afford to burst roar this turn and be fine, because we can't one-shot this active. Yeah, so all they have to do is just draw into Asada or some more energies. I'm gonna go for a judge. And we are just whiffing energies. It's really unfortunate that we weren't able to capitalize. If we would have had energies in play after... Okay, yeah, so we just lose now. We still would have lost, but if we would have had energies in play the turn that we got to use the Iono, then, you know, at least we would have been able to keep pressure going. But this matchup is just ridiculously hard for Blissey, because it's like the only deck in the format that can like one-shot you. So it nullifies your Munkidoris and your Chance Cares, and it makes it really difficult to keep energies in play. So this was by far the worst matchup that we could have hit, but you know, hopefully the game still shows enough of why Blissey can be good. Because, you know, we did kind of have some outplay potential there at the end. And, you know, we did get to put both of the tools on the Blisseys. We did get to see the draw power. You know, we had the full board set up. So, you know, if we were going against any other matchup, then that would have been just fine. So hopefully that matchup does not deter you guys too much from trying out Blissey. I do think it is a very fun deck, but like I said, you know, that is just a horrendous matchup for us. But yeah, guys, with that being said, remember to like and subscribe if you do like this kind of content. Leave me that comment down below, and I will see you in the next one.